Welcome back. Allergies are getting me again. Just a little maintenance on the old 63. Little Cletus. Step over my fuel can still sitting here. Turn some real lights on. So my Summit order came in. I got 2 jugs of this 10W30 hot rod and classic oil, high zinc. Also grabbed 2 jugs of the smaller quart size, because I'm not exactly sure how much oil the 63 is going to take. I'm figuring it's 4.5 to 5 quarts, but wanted to buy enough for the buy enough for the 84. It's going to get an oil change this year as well sometime. So, and then I grabbed some fuel filters. So I need a flathead screwdriver. It's a little long, but step back over the fuel can, slip the cat inside. Let's say hi to your fans. No? Okay. Beautiful day out today. So, I don't know if I can set you up anywhere where you can see anything. Not really. As you can kind of see, I'm hoping I got the right filters. I'm hoping I have the right filters. It just looks a little small to me. What's the flow direction on these things? Flow on the sticker. Okay. You know what I think we're going to do? So we're going to let the fuel drain first. Make a mess. And then we'll be able to see if the inlet and outlet tubes on the filters are the right size. Yeah, that should work. So I do need to change that fuel line. It is cracked on the very end. So let me grab a quick pair of pliers because I'm going to need them, so I'll be right back. And just like that, we're back. So let's pull this line off. Make sure this is going to work. I have to bring our fuel hard line in closer. Let that drain out of the gravel. I'm not a big fan of these clamps generally. Most of my distrust comes from them being rusty and breaking. Those stock style clamps, that factory style basically. There's no flared ends on these lines. I probably should clean them up. So this is a Fram G2 filter. And before I get too ambitious here, I'll get another clamp on. The pickup's got a glass filter. Still looking real good. I looked at it the other day, so I did not pick up filters for the truck. So try the clamp on before you get too to the top there. Get ahead of ourselves. There. New fuel filter. Let's go check out the old one. Pretty yellow on the fuel coming out of there. Probably kind of old. Had a few gallons of fresh stuff in the tank, so hopefully it'll work. We're gonna need to swap some stuff around. And I gotta run the truck for a little bit, get her warmed up. You know, I think I'm just going to flip it around and nose it in. I think that'll be the best bet. I'm just going to pull it up into the yard where it's a little bit flatter, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and fire it up, drive it around the block a couple of times, warm it up, and well, I forgot to mention, got a new Wix filter as well for it. That's the same one that's on there. So I just pulled the number and ordered another one. Ooh, don't fall. On a flat spot here. Dirty lens. So we'll get the oil drained, get that swapped. I've had this truck 6 years now. First oil change. So, alrighty. I gotta get my container out. Hopefully it's empty. I got some empty oil jugs that I can backfill with if I need to. And let's change them all. see how big of a mess we can make. Popped a lot easier than I thought it was going to. Everything's wet down here. This is gonna make a big mess, but what can you do? Ooh, that's hot oil. Needs a smoking. It's black. It's making a mess. I didn't grab a rag. That drain plug is warm too. Smells like hot oil. Little gloopy chunks coming out. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. A little bit of large paint left on that thing. Need to get back behind the firewall or back by the firewall and see if I can't find the casting number on this motor. See what it is and what it came out of. So we're going to shut you off, let this drain for a while. Get all that good old oil out. And then try to pull that filter off. It's right there, so it's not too bad. So, alrighty, back in a sec. Alrighty, it's been about a half hour, 40 minutes. Clean off the plug. No metal shavings on it. I don't know if it's magnetic. Doesn't really feel like it. Still dripping just a little bit, but clean off the front surface. Copper crush washer. I think you're supposed to replace those, but slide that finger tight, wipe the oil drip off, grab the wrench. Click. Now, exhaust pipe is nice and cool. I suppose there's no chance, and you know what, that I could. Oh, maybe not. Whoever maintained this truck did a good job, because that filter was not too tight. So I guess we're going to have to let that drain now. Shouldn't be too long. The oil's got a little bit of a golden color to it as the light goes through it. Drippy, drippy, drippy. Hopefully I don't drop this and spill all over the place like I almost did. Anyway, that's gonna smell good. I got oil on the exhaust. Rubber gasket is not stuck to the filter housing. That's good. Hat came off, so you can see my wonderful hairstyle. It hasn't been cut in a while. It looks pretty good there, pretty clean. clean. Alrighty, well, of course, the other new filter is sitting up top, so I gotta go grab it. I gotta fill it and get it on. If I can get out without catching on stuff. Truck go by. There's our brand new Wix filter, 51060. Pre-filled. Ran a little bit of oil around the seal. She's threading on. Some people say don't fill your filters, and I don't understand why. It's contact. Get 2/3 of the way around. There. A little better than 3/4. Because once it contacts, you want 3/4 to a full turn. So, plugs in, filters on. I'm going to take the old oil and dump it into a gallon container and see how much we pulled out. I put a little better than half a quart in that filter. So that'll give us a rough idea how much goes into the pan. 4.5 quarts. Usually the small block Chevy is 4.5, 5 with the filter. So, from my experience, there may be different versions out there. But go down below. A little bit of a mess, not too bad. Soak it into the asphalt. So next time it rains, it'll make a nice rainbow down to the street. Alrighty, well, we filled up an old Prestone container. It's almost full, so there's a little bit of oil on the bottom of that catch container. So, looking close to 5 quarts. Clean the funnel, standing upright. This is the underside of the. See a little bit of milkshake in there. We got a head gasket issue. Hope not. Just a little bit. Hope not. I hope not. That's going to mean damn near a whole new rebuild. But the radiator's still pretty warm. Well, maybe she was overheating a little bit. The oil felt awfully hot. I hope not. We'll have to keep checking her. I've never noticed it on the dipstick before, so. If it's showing too good there, I mean, it looks just like oil. So, fingers crossed we don't have any major issues. Alrighty, let me crack this gallon jug open and actually, I'm going to dump what's left of the quart that I opened up. Get that done. So we'll just need 4 quarts in the crank. Let that drain for a sec, but I mean there's not a lot of sludge built up in there. A little concerning about that discoloration, but this thing sits for a long time. There could be condensation building up inside the motor. No water came out of the oil itself, and it was good and black. So, but you never know. Alrighty, let's get you set up and dump some more oil in. Alright, what I did was I took a quart out of the gallon jug, filled up that empty quart container. So that leaves us 4 quarts in this thing. So we're going to put most of this in. Beep. And then check the level. I did not check it before I started it today. So we could have been a little bit low, and normally I park this truck on a pretty steep driveway, so oil levels are not always that accurate. There's what, about a quart left in there right now. Of course, it's not all sitting down in the crankcase, so this isn't 100% accurate, but we actually look to be right about the bottom of the full line. From the bottom of the full line to the top of the full line should be a quart. It's showing here. And we're right on the dot. So I'm going to add the rest of that. It's good to know it's a full 5 quarts. And we'll stop there. There's a little bit left on the bottom, because not everything's completely drained to the bottom of the motor, so and we're not looking at the right dot. Did we overfill? Hope not. Hope not. Of course, there was a bit of oil that drained out of the filter passage, so let's go ahead and call that good. Let's clean this off. Check it again after we run it. Make sure there's no milkshake showing up. There's no rust inside the cap. Just a little minor sludge buildup, but nothing too bad. It doesn't look too bad. Alrighty, let's go turn the key and see what happens. Okay. Keep my foot on the brake because we're on the driveway and I don't trust that rubber stopper, so the wheel chock. So all I got's an oil pressure light. No gauge. went out, so. Alright, let's check the level. Looks like it's right where it needs to be. Right on the full mark. Yes, sirree. Perfect. Perfecto. Alrighty, well there you go. Oil's changed, level's good. New fuel filter. It's almost a tune-up, right? So, not going to run it much more tonight. I'm trying to find the casting number on the block, so I think I'll do that as a whole separate video. See if we can find it, and it's buried back there, so I got some degreasing and cleaning to do to try to find it. But we'll do that in the next one. So thanks for tuning in. Old Cletus got his first oil change in at least 6 years, probably 7 or 8, 10 years, 12 years, who knows. I don't think they changed it when I bought it. So. Alrighty, thanks for watching.